Hey guys, welcome back to this Flutter app development series where we are creating that wallpaper app which no one wants. In the last video, I made this all images page more interactive by integrating photo gallery package. So now we can tap on any of the image on this page and it will take us to a gallery view. In this video, I'll do a little refactoring so that it becomes easy to pass around the required data of any wallpaper. If you look at the code right now, you'll find that to get the URL and category of a wallpaper from the document snapshot, we have hard-coded those keys like URL and tag. And we have done this at multiple places. This gets the job done. But what will happen if tomorrow you want to change the key string in Firestore? In that case, you'll have to modify all the hard-coded strings at all these places. And there is a good chance that you might miss to replace it at some places, which might introduce bugs in your app. Also, imagine if someone else is contributing to your code. But with current implementation, there is no way for them to find out what all data a document snapshot holds. This means your code is lacking some readability. So to fix this, we'll create a new model class. Model classes are basically standalone classes that you can use to represent different types of objects in your code. So in our case, I'll first create a new directory under lib called models. Inside this, I'll create a new file called wallpaper.dart. And inside this file, I'll create a class called wallpaper. Basically, an object of this class will represent a wallpaper in our app. And a wallpaper in context of this app means an object which knows the URL of actual image and category of that wallpaper. So for this, I'll create two final string fields called URL and category. Now to make it easier for us to construct objects of this class directly from document snapshot, I'll create a named constructor called FromDocumentSnapshot. This will take a document snapshot as input parameter, and to initialize URL and category, I'll get values at URL and tag key of snapshot. And that is all we need in this class. Now we can use this class to construct and pass around list of wallpapers from Firebase. For that, I'll first go to main.dart. And in the stream builder of scaffold, after making sure that snapshot is valid, I'll create a new list of wallpaper. For wallpaper, you'll have to import wallpaper.dart at the top. Now to fill this list with wallpapers, we will first have to loop over all the documents that we get in data of snapshot. So I'll write snapshot.data.documents.for each. This will make sure that we visit every element of this snapshot list. Inside this for each, I'll write wallpaperList.add. And we'll have to create a new wallpaper object here. For this, I'll write wallpaper.fromDocumentSnapshot. And as an input to this, we'll have to pass in the current document object, which in this case is element. To make it easier to read, I'll rename element to document snapshot. This much code will construct a new wallpaper list every time the snapshot updates. And now we can use this list everywhere in our app. So to pass this list to pages of page view, we'll have to make changes in getPageAtIndex, because this is the method that injects current snapshot into all the pages. I'll replace second argument of getPageAtIndex with wallpaperList. This means we'll now also have to change the type of this second argument in method definition. And this will be list of wallpaper. Let's also rename snapshot to wallpaper list. Now we have to make similar change in all the three classes. So let's start with all images. First, a sync snapshot of type query snapshot will become list of wallpaper, and snapshot will become wallpaper list. Now to get the length of this list, you don't have to use data.documents.length. You can directly call length on wallpaper list. Similar to this, now we don't have to get the list of document snapshots to pass into wallpaper gallery. We can simply pass in wallpaper list. And even to get the URL of wallpaper at any given index, we can simply write wallpaperlist.elementatIndex.url. No need to hardcode any string. Next, let's fix wallpaper gallery as well. Here, instead of list of document snapshot, we will use list of wallpaper. And for wallpaper, I'll again import wallpaper.dart. And here also, we can replace all the hard-coded URL string with URL data member. Now this class looks good. Let's remove this unused import. Now that we have fixed all images, let's move to home page. And similar to what we did in all images, here also I'll change data types and name of input snapshot member. For tag, we can use the category member from wallpaper class. And I'll quickly make similar changes in favorite class too. Now if I save this code and test the app, everything should work exactly the same. And indeed everything seems to be working fine. Now before ending this video, I'd like to show you how easy it is to add new member in wallpaper class. Let's say along with URL and category, you want to store name of each wallpaper. So to do that, we'll just have to add a new final string called name. And to initialize this name, you can index into the input document snapshot. I have already added a name field for each wallpaper document in Firestore, and key for this field is name. So I can get the name of each wallpaper like this. And that's it. You just have to write these two lines to read new data from Cloud Firestore. To show you that this is working, I'll go to build method of allimage_state class, and inside the item builder function, I'll add a debug print statement. This will print the name of wallpaper at current index. I'll have to make one more change in main.dart, and that is I'll have to change the collection name from wallpapers to wallpapers_2. This is because I added some temporary names for all the wallpapers in a backup collection named wallpapers_2. If you modify your main collection, you won't have to make this change. Now let's save these changes and clear the debug console so that we can see the output. And once I switch to all images page, you can see that all the names are getting printed here. So that's how easy it is to add and read new data from Firestore using model classes. I hope you were able to follow along. If you have any doubts, feel free to post in comment section or maybe join my Telegram channel. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button and maybe also consider subscribing for more such videos. And I'll hope to see you in the next one.